Well, hello guys, welcome back to the channel, and today, as always, I bring you the review of this week's chapter of Fairy Tale 482 of its name, Vigor. The chapter starts right after the last one ended, where we see the various mages fighting against Neinhardt's corpses, or illusions, or products of Neinhardt's magic, let's call them that. So we see first Gray and Leon versus their former master Ur, and Gray stating that he will not let anyone drag Ur's name in the mud anymore, even though her magic and appearance is her abilities and magic are the spitting image of Ur herself. Still, I I still can't conceive how this magic works because it at the same time it seems like a very OP magic to start with, because as I said in the last video, imagine if Neinhardt could just copy. I don't know if he really copies or if he needs to have the bodies of the people he summons. That's the thing. That's the balance we do not know, because as I said again in the last video, if we compare it to Edo Tensei from Naruto, I mean, it's a pretty OP magic. Of course, if it's like Edo Tensei, one would need the bodies, and that would have an extra layer of difficulty. But if it's not like Edo Tensei, and does it string itself to dead people? Because imagine if you could summon more than dead people. I mean, if it could, I believe he would have already done that. So I guess this argument makes no sense from here on after. But still, how I want to know how his magic works, because to be able to create such a powerful illusion, and we see by Gray and Leon's fight against Ur, these are very, very powerful illusions. And by the end of this chapter, we see that they can also be, I don't want to say easily disposed of, but the way some illusions slash corpses were done, it makes us think, because on one hand they are super powerful, but then again the one that ended them was super powerful on her own. But I don't know, this magic, I'm not gonna say that I don't like it. I've been very stingy when it comes to the Spring and 12 as of lately, I know. But Nenhard is really intriguing me, especially after this chapter, you'll see in the end. But he's really been intriguing me. He's one of those that managed to keep my attention because, first, his magic, which is, on my opinion, super overpowered, and just overall that. And now the revelation he made at the end of the chapter. But still, enough talking about that. Even though they struggle a little bit against Ur, nonetheless, Gray makes a promise that he will defeat her nonetheless. And I believe that Gray and Leon versus Ur is actually the only battle that will end on this side. It's the only versus illusion battle that will actually end. Because, as a matter of fact, Gray and Leon are the only ones that are still able to stand. Of the most prominent mages, they are the only ones that are able to stand properly. We have Juvia and Meredy, but we see in this chapter that Meredy is probably getting her ass kicked by Zencro. So unless someone comes to finish Zencro for her, I do not think that she will be able to win. Juvia versus the Necromancer guy, she beat him once, but maybe she can do it again. I mean, if she done it once, I believe she's now stronger than that time, so she might be able to finish him off. So that's two battles that I believe will be done. When this battle, there's no real chance that she'll be able to win against him. Again, as with Meredy and Zencro, unless someone comes to defeat when his opponent, I do not believe that she will be able to win. In fact, she's complaining about her leg. Not complaining, she's screaming in pain. So she's pretty messed up. So I think there's no chance that she'll be able to win that fight. As for Loxus versus Fairy Tail's second master, Purihito, I do not know what to say. Last chapter I hypothesized that he could somehow turn himself to the good side, but given the current circumstances where he's fighting against Luxus, I may or may not consider retaking that statement back. So we'll see how it goes. But Luxus himself is pretty beaten up, so I do not think that that battle will go well. And now we'll go to the main dish of this chapter, which is Erza's fight against her three opponents. Azuma, Kyoka, and the other lady, which name I forgot. Again, sorry, but I'm just so tired that names just fly out of my head. The only names I know for certain are One Piece character names, and that's even a big understatement because there's a lot of characters. So anyway, this is a fairy tale video, not a One Piece video. Wow, I wish it would be an One Piece chapter. But Erza manages to hold her ground for a little while, but even she can't escape the wounds she has, or can she? She managed to hold her ground a little bit, not too much, and she ends up being tied up again. I believe this lady, or actually, I believe Hiro Mashima as a thing for tying Erza up. I mean, who wouldn't? But you know. And so Erza ends up tied up again at the hands of Kyoka, which loses no time into remembering the kinky stuff she's done to her during the Tartarus arc. But but as stated by Erza herself, things are not as they used to be. Yes, there was one time that all those people stood before her and were more powerful than her, and yet she overcome them all. And again, in a single swoop of nothing but just sheer presence, sheer will, sheer force of will, she managed to, I don't know, disintegrate the illusions, break the spell. I don't know what she did. The thing is, she used haki. Yes, yes, I did it again. A One Piece joke. Yay, go me. But nonetheless, by as I was saying, by just sheer will force, she managed to, let's call it banish. She managed to banish her three opponents and so dispelling Nine Hearts magic. And the guy is sweating because apparently it's not something that common to be done. And so Erza frees herself from her boundaries, and at the same time, Jalal and Kaguya appear. And my friends, Jalal isn't happy to see his girlfriend laying on the ground beaten like that. And with a scary, scary face, he looks at Nineheart, and the chapter closes on what promises to be, from now on, a very, very, very good battle. But before we finish, there is no course without a dessert, and Nineheart's words are such a dessert. That hair and his magic power. That woman, it cannot be Lady Ailins. Who is this Lady Ailins? Now, the most obvious answer, at least for me, would it be that Lady Ailins could actually be Erza's mother? Maybe. Another option, less probable, but still an option, sister. Two valid options. Some could say master, but I do not think so, because if so, he wouldn't have mentioned the hair. Well, unless her master also had red hair. Maybe just mention the hair as in sort, I remember a girl who trained under this girl who had red hair. I'm still voting for mother. Now, if it is her mother and is a lady, we can presume that she had a sort of a high status. So how did the daughter of a highly status lady ended up in the Tower of Heaven as a slave? a raid? Was she kidnapped? Probably. But the thing is, I don't know if I actually do not remember this, but are people recognized by their magic power? Is there similarity in magic power between parents, between families? This was never touched. This was not an aborted topic in fairy tale ever. But for him to recognize the magic power, that might indicate that there's a similarity between Erza's magic power and this alien's lady magical power. So I am strongly in favor of the mother and child relationship here. There could also be another option that I'm not seeing, but now the big question is, who is this lady Aileen? Apart from either being sister or mother to Erza, but is she part of Fiore? Is she part of Alvarez? Is she one of the Springen? I do remember that there's at least, I believe, two Springen left to be revealed. Could Lady Aelin be one of such Springen? Imagine that. Imagine what a plot twist it would be for Ezra's mother to be one of the Springen 12. Pretty cliche, I say, but still, a very, very awesome plot twist it would be. So, I hope you have enjoyed it. Sorry for the shorter video, but as you've seen, this chapter didn't give much to commentate on, and I am trying to slowly graduate from that typical follow the chapter kind of thing and talk about every little thing. I just and I said I wasn't going to talk about this, but I am, and that's why I'm a little bit late. I read the chapter one today, yesterday, and today again, and I tried to mash up some ideas. So the videos are going to be a little bit shorter than usual. Probably I'm just rambling on about, so the videos probably gonna have the same amount of time. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed it. Fairy Tales and the Seven Deadly Sins videos don't get as much views as One Piece sometimes. Yes, I know that it's a growing channel and the beginning is always rough, but still, I hope you enjoy all the videos in the same manner without any distinction between them. So, I hope you have enjoyed it. I will see you right away in the 7 Deadly Sins video, an awesome, awesome chapter as well. So, I hope you have enjoyed it, and I will see you next time.